a big one on Saturday in Lawrence. The Baylor Mid will face Kansas in a top 10 matchup. Baylor's back in the top 10 after this recent surge. The Bears won the first meeting 75-69 in January at the Farrell Center. So, John, how do you see the rematch coming out?
Well, as we all know, it's really hard to win at Allen Fieldhouse, but Baylor's won 10 of its last 11. They're playing really well. Huge lift from a Jonathan Chama-Chachua.
Who, by the way, has now gone back to the original way everybody was saying it. Apparently, he was like Americanizing it for everyone to try to make it easier. But, well, I mean, we learned it, Jonathan Chama-Chachua. So yeah, let's say it like that.
Yeah, I think I got the pronunciation right.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
But we better check with him, in the next couple of days, see if anything's changed.
Hey man, I understand. Keem Olajuwon went by Akeem with an A for half his career, and then changed it to added an H to his name. So
yeah, that really threw me off. I don't know about you.
Go on.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I tell you, the Bears, I think they're just really gelling. I wrote a column that ran today about, last year they were limping into March. They had a bunch of injuries. Of course, every day John was out, Cryer was out. This year, everybody's healthy. They've gotten a big boost from John, and I think they could win Saturday. I think they've got a deeper bench than Kansas. Now, I'm not going to go out and say they are going to win, but I think they have a really good chance. They've only won there once ever. They're 1-19 in Lawrence. So, I mean, the odds are probably against them. But, man, I just like the way they're playing. They're a really cohesive team right now, offense, defense. They're really looking good.
Yeah, I'll play devil's advocate here. Kansas has only lost once all year in Allen Fieldhouse. Now, that loss that they had, they got their butts handed to them by TCU. I don't see that happening. I think it's a close game either way, whoever wins, as many of the games in the Big 12 tend to be. So, in that case, it probably comes down to, whoever makes shots, makes plays, in the closing minutes. Baylor's been good in that regard, but Kansas is playing really well right now too. They've won 3 in a row. They had that stretch in the midst of when they lost to Baylor where they lost 3 in a row. But if you look at that stretch, they actually played 4 ranked Big 12 teams in a row. Now, that's the nature of the beast in the Big 12 and this schedule. But, they're not a vintage Kansas team, I would say, but they're still pretty good. And so I think it's going to be a tough game for Baylor to win there. Yeah. Not saying they can't, obviously, but playing at home, I like the Jayhawks in this game. Yeah. That said, like I said, it'll probably just come down to who makes shots at the end. And I tell you, lately, it seems like one of those big 3 guards of Baylor has been stepping up each game. This last game, it was LJ Cryer, making teardrops from the outside.
You like those, huh?
Yeah. And then the game before that, it was Flagler. I mean, obviously, Keontae George is always capable of big games. So should be a fun one, no doubt.